I want to address the comment that Joe Biden made yesterday or last night that said the supporters of Donald Trump, us, are garbage, or garbage. I can assure you we're not garbage.
It is rather fitting a man like NFL Hall of Famer Brett Favre, who has been accused of stealing welfare funds from the poorest state in the union, his home state of Mississippi, is speaking for a man like Donald Trump.
Now let's turn to some politics. I want to touch on some of the celebrity endorsements in the presidential race because I think y'all will be interested in it, okay? I picked 18 from each side. Let's show the Republican side those who are supporters of Donald Trump. Dana White, Dr. Phil, Elon Musk, Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, Jason Aldean, Buzz Aldrin, Brett Favre, Hulk Hogan, Kid Rock, Dennis Quaid, Mel Gibson, Amber Rose, Dave Portnoy, Roseanne Barr, Danica Patrick, Lawrence Taylor, and Zachary Levi. Let's go back. Put the Republican list back up there, please, because I want everybody to see it. Brett Favre, really?
On his show, Stephen A. Smith gave this take on the endorsement from the former NFL player.
He's endorsing somebody right now? Who told him folks care about that kind of subject from him? What they care about, are other issues, dare I say, that are a bit challenging for him these days. I won't get into that. That's one thing. And Roseanne Barr, the national anthem, when she was singing that, I mean, it doesn't make sense, okay? It doesn't make sense in that one.
Let's pause here. Because journalist and author, well-known writer, has written Sweetness, Football for a Buck. I mean, take your pick, man. And he's about to release a Tupac biography, that being Jeff Pearlman. He actually wrote a book on Brett Favre, and he had some thoughts on this as well.
Brett Favre spoke at a Trump rally today. This is actually not a political statement. This is a Brett Favre statement. He said to the crowd, "I can assure you we are not garbage." Having written a book called Gunslinger, Brett Favre's biography, I can assure you Brett Favre is garbage. Brett Favre sent dick pics to a sideline reporter with the Jets. Brett Favre was involved in a heinous welfare scandal in the state of Mississippi, the poorest state in America. If there is a definition of garbage, what actually is Brett Favre? So while I agree with him, just because you vote for Trump does not make you garbage. Brett Favre is not in that we classification. He is 100% garbage and has been garbage for a very, very, very long time.
But going further.
So it's time to bench Kamala and put in the star quarterback.
Heck of a phrase, mixing politics and sports. Oh yeah, I have another. From Mississippi Today. Brett Favre believed he could make millions as an early investor in a drug company, Prevacus, as we've gone over many times. He just needed a little more political and financial capital to push the enterprise into the end zone. It's third and long, and we need you to make it happen, Favre wrote to Phil Bryant, the former governor of his home state, in late December 2018, according to text messages that were obtained by the independent outlet Mississippi Today. Bryant, I will open a hole, piggybacking off of the football metaphor. Brett, be careful with those. Be careful with those. They might come back to bite you in the behind. Now, also putting Trump in does not fit, per his own words.
They're saying it's dangerous because the hitting is pretty fierce when you're running that far, right? You're running into
it. Right. So they're basically lining guys up 5 yards apart.
Yeah, but somehow it's supposed to be football. And I played football too. I didn't particularly like it.
What position were you?
No, I didn't like it. I played tight end.
Yeah. Can block,
and I
can
didn't
catch,
like,
you had some hands?
We got Delaney Walker behind.
I could catch the ball good, but I didn't particularly like having some guy that was lifting weights all day long and came from a bad neighborhood.
Yeah.
And he sees me, and they were tackling hard. and I had a quarterback with that much of an arm.
Yeah.
Throw the ball. It wasn't like, but this wasn't high quality football. But I didn't like it too much.
I love that clip. I love it. And I'm going to tell you why I love it. Because as Perlman wrote in Football for a Buck, 10 out of 10 recommend, that when Donald Trump bought into the New Jersey Generals of the upstart United States Football League, they were playing and succeeding by showing football can be year-round. The NFL can take fall, we can take spring. And what he wanted to do was, behind the scenes, any way possible, be a sort of merger, have a merger take place, rather, where he could have an ownership stake in an NFL franchise. That's all that this play was for him. He would say that the NFL was a monopoly. On behalf of the USFL owners, he thought it was a grand idea to sue the NFL, and he actually dug himself his own hole via his own testimony, and especially when being cross-examined in court. And the jury did find that the NFL is a monopoly. And instead of giving a payout of well over $1 billion, which is what Donald Trump and the USFL owners asked for, they received $1. It's a true story. I've told this many times. And because it's an antitrust case, it was treble, so they got $3. The USFL would fold. Donald Trump would then make it, and I'm connecting all this, would then make it his duty, because Pete Rozelle, the then commissioner of the NFL, basically said to him, as long as I'm commissioner, you will never have an ownership stake in this league, ever. And throughout the years, Donald Trump had a chance at buying the Dallas Cowboys. This is true. And he said, I don't think there's a lot of upside there. They are who they are. Most valuable franchise in all sports. Grand businessman, Donald Trump. There was a moment in time where he tried to potentially buy the New England Patriots. It fell through. Buffalo Bills, we've gone over it. Check it out on demand. Shout out to Pablo Toure. But once he couldn't get an NFL franchise, when Colin Kaepernick took that knee to protest American racism, police brutality, the mistreatment of veterans, that is when Donald Trump realized, oh, I can get back at them now. I can use my base and leverage that against the National Football League to make me look great. And in testimony that the Miami Dolphins owner, Stephen Ross, gave, he said that Donald Trump told another owner, I believe it was Jerry Jones, you can't win this issue. This issue lifts me. And all the while, he would say that the NFL players are soft. This is just another moment for Donald Trump to take advantage. And he said, NFL players are soft. The game is too soft. Boom, 15 yards for a hard hit. Boom, boom, boom. And this is wussies. Da, 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 da. Hey, so did you play? Yeah, I did, but I just didn't. I thought it was too rough. Jokes write themselves. Hey, would you let your son Barron play? Nah, I don't think so. Wait, I thought the game was soft. I thought you had this whole mantra of like, they're being wusses out there and the game has changed and it's not enjoyable anymore. And you know who else did the same sort of stunt? Donald Trump Jr. He did. But I do find it hilarious, honestly, hilarious, that to put out this image of we are not garbage, they trot out Brett Favre. I know it's in Wisconsin. I get it. A lot of people still like Brett Favre over there. A lot of people don't, by the way. And for him, of all people, to go out there and say, hey, man, he called us garbage. We're not garbage. I would know. Like, bro, you have to read the room better. And that's not just for Favre. It's for Trump and his team as well. If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports. And or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.